Welcome to this week's episode of Business Solutions, where we provide solutions on formed lifestyles. My name is Kingsley, Oluoko, and today we're talking about getting food closer to your doorstep, chasing the fairy goodness that houses foodie lunches, that houses catering by Catties and the food trucks here at the Kanna Kitchens. I'm joined by its owner, who will be describing to us how and why this business in this week's episode of Business Solutions. So ensure you like this video, share and subscribe. Karibu sana sa. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
I'm so happy to join you today.
Nice
Talk to us about fairy goodness.
So fairy goodness is the umbrella body or the mother company that houses the Kanna Kitchens, with the food trucks.
Yeah.
We have foodie lunches, which does corporate lunches and meals for offices and corporates and all that. And then we have catering by Matches, which does all sorts of catering, whether corporate, social, name it.
Before even we get here to all these three branches, talk to us about why this business.
Specifically for the food trucks, we actually started with the food trucks before everything else. Back in 2020 when COVID was in, and we at that time, it was a tricky time for business. Yeah. But my wife and I were just newlyweds, and we wanted to survive in Nairobi. Yeah. And so, because it was uncertain times, I, having been in the hospitality industry for quite some time, we decided that why don't you take a step of faith? Yeah. And do this. So at that time, it started as a way to survive. Okay. And then it continued into a purpose for us, whereby we said, okay, now what is it that we're doing, and what impact are we having to those around? Yeah. You mentioned that you have been in the hospitality business, so it gave you an upper hand to even beginning this business. Talk to us about the documentation that you have to set up just a hospitality industry or a business. Okay. Basically, whether in restaurant or food trucks or cafes, you need to have permits. Yeah. From the county council, you have to have the health certificates, you have to have fire certificate. These days they have made it easier, whereby one incorporates all that. Instead of you chasing different offices for different documents, so you can just go to the county council and they're able to tell you now, this is the category your business falls under, and these are your requirements. Beautiful.
I love Kanna Kitchens. Walking through here, the aroma of the food, everything that is happening here, the chicken, you gotta see this. I mean, do you have a specific menu, or you just cater to all the working class? Because I understand your base is along residential areas and the working spaces. Yeah.
At the moment, for the Kanna Kitchens, the Kanna Kitchens which is basically the food trucks or mobile kitchens. That one caters for two categories. Okay. One of them is our major clientele are office spaces. So we set up where basically there are business parks, office spaces. Yeah. And then the other aspect of it is events and vending, whereby we go to events, we go to concerts, we go to sporting events and all that, and we get to tow our truck there and vend. So those different categories.
For the sake of those along the George Padmore Road, it's a stations truck. It's not moving anywhere. So who are you really targeting here?
We've been in this space for, this is our 5th year.
Oh wow, okay.
We have realized that our main clientele are those in offices. Okay. But as we've seen Kilimani transform, and there are so many residential spaces coming up. Yeah. Apartments everywhere, so we're moving into another clientele where we're having more, how can I say, people who live in Kilimani that are now able to place orders with us.
Where are the other branches just as this?
This one now is at George Padmore Road. Okay. The other one, you got a second one at Elgeyo Marakwet Road. That one is fairly new. Okay. So we basically the same menu.
Those along Elgeyo Marakwet, you cannot be missing a good meal from Kanna Kitchens. Let's talk about how you're able to meet the diverse needs, because I understand you will not be here until dinner, so you only provide breakfast and lunch. How are you able to know what kind of meal is most suited here?
We have, you see, as I've mentioned, most of our clientele are people who work in the offices.
Yes.
So they're here by around 7, 8 is when they report to work. So we cater for their breakfast, we cater for their tea, that's at 10 a.m. Tea, we cater for their lunch, and we close at 6. So if there's anyone also who's going home and doesn't want to cook, they can be able to pick from us and take it home.
But before even we get to the catering aspect, were you able to, or not the catering, but the foodie lunches, talk to me about your delivery, because I understand you have a truck, but those who can just give you a call that they want this and this.
At the moment, actually, I can say about 80% of our clientele are deliveries.
Okay.
So we are currently trying to get onto Glovo and Uber Eats and all other those social apps. But apart from that, those around, they can be able to call us up and we deliver.
Okay.
We also have riders that we have been able to partner with. Apart from our own, we also have riders that we've partnered with for clients who are away from us, or rather a distance away from us. They can be able to still receive them.
So that means you can order the food as long as where you are, not just in Kilimani or the larger suburb areas of Nairobi. Talk to me about catering. I mean, weddings. Talk to me about birthdays, graduation parties. You make the events the way they are because of food. There is no a good event without food. Talk to us how you're able to deliver this.
So for the catering aspect of it, we have a larger team that what you see at the trucks.
Yeah.
If you can check our page, that is Catering by Martis, you can be able to see what we offer.
Yeah.
We actually try to bring out an edge to catering. We don't just offer basic catering. We don't just offer what you're used to. And our fare, but our prices are really fair.
Okay.
Let me not say that. But we kind of try to offer a luxury kind of catering.
Okay.
But at a rate that
it's affordable.
It's not offered by the other luxury caterers.
Oh, wow.
If you'll be able to check what we've done before, I can say that we take pride in what we do.
Yeah.
And we actually, our whole business is themed from God Himself.
Okay.
Kanna is from Elkanah, meaning that our God is a consuming fire. So our God is a God of excellence. And us being Christians in this space, we are children of the Most High God.
Yeah.
And having His DNA, we should not offer anything else.
Yeah, yeah.
So we do not look at what are we getting actually from the client. We are looking at what are we offering. Are we leaving an impact to them that they will look back at their pictures at the end of the day and say those guys did an amazing job.
Okay.
So we try to bring in excellence in all that we do.
Beautiful. He almost preached. But before I took you to the scriptures, let me take you to the menu of the food that you provide in catering. I ask what you'll give me, or you tell me what you will give me.
We normally have packages.
Okay.
We have a bronze, silver, and gold package, which our client can be able to choose from. So we have mobile. We have a mobile bar station.
Okay.
We do not serve alcohol.
Okay.
By the word bar, no, it's
the standards are high. The bar.
We're setting the bar.
Yeah.
So literally, we actually set the bar at your event.
Yeah.
We bring a mobile bar there with mocktails and
all manner of drinks.
Juices, all that. And we set it in a way that when your guests come in, they have a station where they can be able to interact and before they even go to the main menu. So with those kind of packages, we can be able to choose and say this is what I want.
Okay.
But still, alternatively, we have clients who do not want the packages as they are.
Okay.
So we can be able to discuss and say, for me, I just want maybe 2 starches, 3 proteins, and all that, and then you can be able to work something out.
For all manner of events, funerals, graduation, wedding, birthday parties,
name it.
Catering
events.
by Curtis, all corporate events. Yeah. But you have the angle of corporates where you deal with lunches. Yeah. Maybe talk to us about foodie. lunches?
So foodie lunch is the third arm of the government. Sorry, the third arm of...
Yes, it's the government in here.
Sorry, the third arm of Fiery Goodness.
Yes.
For foodie lunches, it's actually derived from fundi, and you can see even the logo is a guy is
dressed in
construction attire. So this one caters for the working nation, whereby we have offices that offer lunches or meals to their staff, and we have a contract with them whereby we supply lunch for an entire month, and then we'll be able to have the payment received at the end of the month. So wherever the number, whether you're 5 in your office or whether you're 300 in your office, we can be able to work something out.
You have that, so you provide all manner of lunches, or the menu is as you're given by the company?
Yes, though having done it for a while, we can be able to advise. Because we also have people who have allergens. Yeah. So we can set up a menu for you. Okay. But also you can be able to, if you like, you can choose also from the menu that you have, and that is from the food trucks. Yeah. And then you can be able to prepare on order and deliver. Okay. So that's breakfast and both lunch. Yes. Okay. You don't work alone. You have an amazing team here, all smiles all through. We are talking customers that keep walking in, but they are served. Yeah. Talk to me about your working force, your working nation. Okay. Yeah. I think the most important part of the business is your people. Yeah. Your staff. Because without them, they actually we call them the cogs that keep the
running.
The wheel running. Yeah. So for me, it's an underrated blessing. When you have the right people, your business can either grow, and if you have the wrong people, then it can sink. Yeah. I think I can say that I am blessed to have the right team on board. Yeah. We all have come a long way. There are those that may not have had experience in the hospitality industry. Yeah. But you still find when they come, they may even perform better than those who've been in the industry before. So I think also, apart from just the skill set that someone has, it's also about the matter of the heart. Yeah. Is this person excited to come to work today? Because we also check on one another. I ask them every day, are you okay? If there's something bothering any one of them, we can be able to address it. We can be able to say, by the way, if there's anything bothering you, please usinyamazie. Okay. And we can be able to move as a team, I think.
Just to shift gears, I mean, we've seen the city council chasing away any vendor in the city, and you've mentioned that you are licensed, you have all the accreditation. Mention to me some of the challenges that you're facing as a trader here in Nairobi and offering food to the people in the working nation, as you've mentioned. Yeah.
Food is sensitive. Yeah. It's normally not so easy to get food permits as it is for other businesses. Yeah. And I understand why. Because, for example, if you mess one person messes in the kitchen, it can affect your entire hotel for that day. Yeah. So we have had challenges before, whereby we have been moved, I think, by people who did not mean well for us, and I think they also had bigger brothers than we had. Yeah. But we as long as you have the right application, rather documentation. Yeah. I've not really faced so much of challenge with county council. I think my advice to anyone who's like trying to get into the food space, just try get your documents in place. Okay. And besides that, try to be as sanitary as possible. As you know, there's the county government right now has a crackdown on food vendors, and if you do not adhering to actually the standards that are required of you to serve food, then they can shut you down. Okay. So my advice to them is, as long as you have the document, you may have the documentation, but also what are you offering, and if it's to the public. Yeah.
Before even I talk about what the Fiery Fun is, Kanna has taught you and who it has made you to be. Talking about the next 5 years, what do you see for Fairy Goodness?
For Fairy Goodness,
yeah.
I don't want to preempt, but we are looking to, for Fairy Goodness, we are looking to, if I look at all three of them, for the catering, we are trying to establish ourselves as the best catering, not just in Kenya, but maybe in the next 5 years in East Africa.
Wow.
Offering standards that have not been seen before. We are really innovative when it comes to our catering. We do not just bring tables and clothes and just put them on. We try and see and offer something different from even the previous client every single time that we do it. And we're hoping that is the line that the catering takes. For the food trucks, we are already in talks with a Kenyan e-mobility company.
Wow.
And trying to see how we can be able to have the food trucks registered and licensed in the e-mobility space. It's already working in other countries. So if we're able to do that here in Kenya, not even just for us as Kanna Kitchens, but I believe it's a niche that can open opportunities even for other younger people who are looking to get into the space. And for maybe the foodie lunches, there are companies out there that still do not know about this. So
this is the opportunity, should it? Yeah.
I think our goal is, if you know that you have call centers or even just any organization and you have staff in your workspace and they need lunch, we take away the stress. We just continue with your work and you get lunch at your table. So we are looking to venture more into that space and be able to show them, because our food is really good. Our food, especially our kitchen. Our chicken. Our barbecue chicken is the best.
Amazing. Do you have like a specific meal that you can, anytime you wake up, that's the go-to for you?
For me, I think we used to have a really wide menu for the trucks. But then during the Mandamano, we scaled it down and said, okay, why don't we focus on something that, because someone asked, what are you good at? What are you really known for? And our chicken had gotten a lot of accolades by our clients. So we said, okay, why don't we focus on doing the barbecue chicken? And I think so far so good. The compliments we've gotten about the chicken, the staff, the clients enjoy it. It's just something. And we thank God for that.
So maybe you could just mention to us what this business has taught you as a person, how it has changed you, what traits you've grown with it over the 5 years you've been in the business.
I think I've been taught resilience. Doing business has given me purpose. Because now it's I look at my children every day as I go back home, and I ask myself, what am I doing for them? Scripture says that a good father leaves an inheritance not just for his children, but for his children's children. And we've faced quite a number of challenges. Building the times that we've almost closed. Business teaches you faith, because every day you wake up and you have stock. And actually, the food industry, you pray that food by the end of the day
it ends.
Because you can't resell it tomorrow. So it has taught me faith. It has brought me closer to God. It has taught me resilience, and it has given me purpose. So I think over the 5 years that we've been doing this, that we've been doing this, it's I can say this is what I have learned from business, and it's lessons that you can't learn from elsewhere.
There you have it, from the founder, Fairy Goodness, talking about Kanna Kitchens, talking about foodie lunches and the catering by Marty's here. getting food closer to your doorstep. Along George Portmore Road or the Gale Marquette, find them on social media and ensure you order your chicken, as he said. That has been this week's episode of Business Solutions, where we provide solutions on formed lifestyles. Ensure you like this video, share it around, and subscribe to this channel. My name is Kingsley Oluoko. Until next time.